Hey guys, how's it going? The TheHaggardNerd here. Welcome to a quick update, 6.5 patch update release video, whatever you want to call it, the quick overview of the notes. So this was dropped on March the 15th, which was yesterday at the time of this recording, and I just want to go through these notes just real quick because what I'm calling it the rover update because that's kind of the focus. As you notice, the rover looks completely different. This is actually the smaller rover, if you guys the smaller rover. The large rover looks like this. It's got the 6 wheels, so that's kind of cool. The old school truck, if you will, is now got 6 wheels, and it's kind of cool looking. So anyway, you can find these updates in 0.6.5.0, the current build of the game. As always, we recommend starting a new save when playing new updates. We're actually not going to do that, but it's okay. Older save should work, but we'll definitely experience bugs. Okay, so that's what the new truck looks like, the new large rover, which I'm super excited for. The medium rover and large rover have received a visual update. This includes new front and back slots, which you guys can see right here, which provide extra storage. These slots will only be active if the power line below them is unconnected. Once power line is connected to another rover or a platform base, the slot will fold down and drop any items attached. Rover should transfer over seamlessly. So basically, you can put stuff on the front now, but if you connect power to it, this red thing right here will flip around and actually become unavailable to carry things, which is kind of cool. Visual representation for rover batteries have changed. As you see, they're kind of smaller now and kind of on the side. Their discharge and capacity is unchanged. Rovers have received an update to their suspension. Well, we will see. I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to go. Handling should be much better. Also, gravity on vehicle chassis should have been adjusted, so mobile bases should now be more stable. So now we can make mobile bases, which is kind of cool. We can carry things around with us, and instead of making a HAB module at one location and being like locked in one location, we can now make mobile bases. I'm kind of excited about that. The power connection between rovers and platforms have changed to be directional. Interesting. Okay, so you can now very easily tell if your rover is consuming or providing power. So you can use this directional line to prevent the rover from mistaken power draw or discharge. So basically, when you pull this little thing out and pop it to your base, there'll be a little chevrons and stuff to tell you which way the power is going, which is kind of cool. They've changed the research unlock cost, and you guys can see those there, which is kind of cool. They added a power splitter. So you have power coming in and power going out. You can actually configure how much power each direction is going to be allowed to consume from the the input. So like you have the power coming out of the HAB module here. Right now it's split 50-50 evenly between these batteries here and then whatever else is down here. But you can change this to where it's like 75-25 or however, if you guys have a need for this, you guys can adjust it, which is kind of cool. I've yet to see kind of like really interesting ways to use that, but I'm sure we will see that over time and as people come up with new interesting ways to use them. So a 3-port splitter object has been added to the game. Splitter takes in a power line and creates up to 2 adjustable directed streams. It is available in the catalog for 1,000 bytes and prints from the small fabricator for 1 copper. Directional power and visualization has been updated for clarity. So basically, instead of reading all this, you see the chevrons. Thicker chevrons mean more power, thinner chevrons mean less power. And that's all that is, and it's super handy, super simple. So we're going to continue. Power cells behavior has been changed. They now act as an on-demand single-use battery, which will only discharge when power is needed by them or by the item they are attached to. Oh, they also no longer provide infinite power. So there was a glitch where they would provide infinite power that they fixed. That was a thing. But before with power cells, you would plop them on something, and regardless of whether power was needed or not, it would just drain the battery slowly and it would be done. And they were kind of useless. But with this change now, that's kind of handy. That's really, really cool because they will only then be drained when you need them. So if like you go driving out on a rover and you have just the materials to make a power cells, a unit of power cells, then you can pop it on your rover. It'll discharge into the rover, recharge your rover once, and you're good to go. You could actually do the same exact thing with the power, the rover fully charged, but it wouldn't actually drain the power cells until the power started draining out of the rover. So like when you're driving and stuff. But I would say there's some sort of balance between like if you're using solar or wind on the rover and stuff like that too. It's just not going to immediately consume that power cells, which is kind of cool. So base building modules can now be unpacked on top of rover bases, enabling a kind of mobile base. So you can see here, there's boxes and stuff. There's all kinds of stuff over here. That's a smeltery right there with a battery on the back. That's a crane. That's a sediment collector right there. That's an interesting combination. I wonder how that's going to work. So yeah, all kinds of cool stuff here, and we can actually become kind of nomadic instead of being locked in one location, which is kind of cool. You still need immense amounts of power to operate the base on wheels, but it should allow for our nomadic players to continue base operations on the go. Also be aware that once unpacked, these base modules on rover are linked forever. Okay, so basically if you unpack something on a rover, that's what that rover is. So you can't take it back off. Just beware. So added new platform and storage variants to the game. No initial fabricators will not update to include the new platforms. Okay, so basically if you are loading in an old save, make sure you redo your fabricators, because that's an issue. But you can see here, there's huge platforms. There's like a lot of storage now. There's this weird like U-shaped thing that has a lot of places to put stuff. I saw somebody actually post an image with this thing completely full of smaller solar panels. So I'm excited to see how much power that's going to provide. That's really, really cool. So we got the medium platform B, more compact version of the medium platform. We got the large platform B, more compact version of the large platform C, which is the winged version. I guess that's the winged version. Swaps tier 2 sides for 20 tier 1 slots. All right, cool. There's a large platform D, 2-tier platform. So that's this guy right here. There's the extra large platform, octagonal platform with a single tier 4 slot, which I'm assuming is this base right here. And then there's the extra large storage, which is this domed tier 4 item right here. The vehicle bay can now be operated by a control panel. That's interesting. I don't know anything about that, but I'm sure we'll find out about it as we go. So your module control panels have received a lighting pass. Cool. So a large number of the interaction things have been updated. A large number of the orange floating UI buttons have been removed from the game and replaced with interaction verbs. Your bases should look a bit less like the Las Vegas light show. Okay, so you guys used to see the plungers and stuff. A lot of those have been removed now. The default use verb has been replaced with contextual interaction verbs. For instance, the work light now uses the verbs turn on and turn off, while drop pods, habitats, and seats now use enter and exit. Which basically means you can turn the work light on and off now, which is kind of cool. There's been a couple of audio updates, which you can see there. Their items in the catalog have been slightly reorganized, which I'm interested to see because there was the 4 categories that made no sense to me before, so we'll check those out. There were some bug fixes, great. And then for the roadmap, so we are doing things a little differently with the update of the roadmap. View it here. I'll check that later. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is from Veronica. So this is Veronica's notes. Okay. So since we're nearing the end of March, the first quarter 2018, it's time for a roadmap update. Our key features in quarter 1 have now been released. Base building, stream power, update to vehicles, including mobile bases and physics stability fixes. We also made big changes to the interaction system, modifying gamepad controls and introducing examining and contextual use verbs. Few things we had started this quarter, not quite ready to move over to the release features column. The biggest ones to mention are the directional steering for vehicles. Ooh, that's good. And adding new hazard and discovery types to the game. So it's like storms and stuff. The good news is these things are in progress right now, with Andrew working on steering and our new content designer Annie working hard on bringing new discoverables to the world. That's gonna be fun. You should see the fruits of their labor with the next couple of updates. That's really awesome. Ahead of us in Q2 and beyond are the 2 remaining big items. Terrain 2.0, which is going to be awesome, and dedicated service, which is also going to be awesome. I'm happy to report that both are in full swing, with Adam working on the first new planet using Terrain 2.0 tech, and Carl currently working on ensuring players on dedicated servers are able to preserve their game state when logging on and off. Looking forward to sharing these features with you later this year. Overall, everything you see in quarter 2 column is already in progress, and we are very pleased with how things are coming together. We can't wait for you to play with new planets, vehicles, modules, resources, discoveries, and much, much more. Thank you for your ongoing support and feedback. So edit known issues, fabricators, printers, and previous save will not display newly unlocked platforms, so we mentioned that before. Rovers and connected seats made in previous versions of Astroneer will display an odd behavior, including bouncing when entering, and issues when using the use action. Alleviate this issue, create new rovers and seats, or use the alt-click shortcut to immediately use something interesting. Okay, so one quick thing, I do want to check out this updated roadmap, so that way, since you guys are here. So the quarter 1 directional steering, of course, purple means what? Oh, okay, not there yet. That's in progress. Series slot system refactor, complex encounter discoveries. So that's all the things that they're planning on doing, but they haven't quite made it for quarter 1 just yet. But if you guys are not familiar with this roadmap, it's very, very awesome. It's very, very in-depth. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you go and check that out. So I'll leave a link in the description of the video that this will be uploaded, or the uploaded version of this video. I'll leave a link to this, so make sure you check that out. And I think that's enough. I think we're going to go ahead and get on over to the game. So thank you guys for watching this quick rundown of the patch notes for 0.6.5, and I'll catch you in the gameplay update videos. Gameplay videos. There we go. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Take care.